Hey, good morning everybody. It's Scott from Scott Allen Custom Projects. We're out here in Strathmore in Alberta in the show home in Lakewood, the subdivision of Lakewood. And what we're doing right now is the finishers are all done, touch-up guys have come through, and the painters are about to start. So after your finishers are through, sometimes they hit the walls with baseboard casing, they make marks, and you have to have a drywall touch-up crew come through. So you'll see there's some yellow spots on the wall. And the reason they put yellow coloring in there is so that they can see it, because they have to sand it the next day. So what the painters do is they come in and they take all the doors off, take the hinges off, because obviously they can't paint them with that. They stack them up, and this is when they start to paint them with lacquer. So these are painted, they're not stained. So over here, our mantle is wood, which is stained to match our kitchen cabinetry, and then we'll do stonework. There's no hearth in this fireplace, so in essence, the stone comes from the floor right up underneath the mantle, and then that's all finished off. The fireplace guys come in after and clean everything and put all of the log sets in and that. So that's another thing that has to be done. But come over here and I'll show you. This is the casing that we use, and we use this around the doors and the windows. So this is wood, this is alder, and this particular one is knotty alder. Now, what I like about it is in our climate, we have a ton of temperature changes from minus 40 to whatever in a week, minus 40 to plus 10. I know it's hard to believe. And what happens is we get some actual condensation inside when it's super cold and you've got some humidity inside. And then you get some moisture on top of your sill here. And then if the sill water runs into an MDF casing, which everybody will be able to show you, the casing, if it's made of MDF, swells and the paint cracks. And so you can have those issues in Calgary. Triple pane windows oftentimes will stop that because they're just far better insulated. But anyways, that's something that can happen. We like this. We do MDF for people who want it, but this prevents a lot of that. Come on, let's have a look at the kitchen here. So this is also alder. This is clear alder. And so we just finished all our tile work. Obviously the granite has to be done before the tile work can be. Now, again, we have our alder casing. And then we've got a butcher block countertop here. Now, this was a bit of the reason behind this was this granite that we got, they only had one actual slab. And all we had enough to do was this island and these two side pieces beside the stove. So the customer really liked the butcher block idea. They're big, they do a lot of cooking. So we put this in, we have it with an actual food grade oil on top of it. And so you can cut right on this, doesn't matter. People are concerned about, bacteria growth. Wood has tannins in it, and the natural tannins actually kill bacteria. So it's actually a lot cleaner than you think. And anyways, it resolved the problem, and it looks like we actually did the right thing. We did because the customer likes it, but it resolved the issue of not having another slab to match this. So, alder, this is butcher block, and then the handrail is also alder. Now this is all clear alder, so you won't see big knots in it like you do with the knotty alder, and I'll show you that here on this casing. So if you look here, inside of the jamb, we have got a big knot there. It provides a lot of interest though. So I like the mix, and anyways, most people do as well. So clear, knotty alder, we've got a mix in here. We'll go downstairs and I'll show you what we got going on down there. All right, we're down in the basement here. So this is all going to be carpeted. So what we do is we put tile at the entrance in from the door. You don't want to be stepping directly into your carpet, obviously. So we have our tile. You may notice that upstairs there was no baseboard on the walls, but down here we do have it. And the reason is that in a carpeted area, you leave your baseboard a ½ inch off the floor so that you can tuck the carpet in. Whereas upstairs it's hard surface, we've got tile and we've got hardwood, so you have to have that put on after the tile or the hardwood. And that way you can push it down so that it's right on the surface of the actual floor. Down here you can see also it's a little bit easier to see the knots in the baseboard. This is all knotty alder. And again, we have our alder for our casings in our windows. So now we come over here and you can see this is the wet bar. So a fridge area. And again, we put tile in front of here just because it's an area that you're going to be doing something. We don't want that right on the carpet. Guys used to do that years ago, but we don't do that. Underneath these, we have light channels. So that'll be LED lights. So it'll light up this wall and it will light up this shelf. So there you go. That's kind of it. Oh, and I forgot, I want to show you something upstairs in the bathroom, and it's the ensuite. So come on, we'll go back upstairs. Okay, as I said downstairs, I forgot to show you something in the bathroom up here, so I just wanted to come up here and show you because now this is complete. So as I said to you in the past, we take our granite from our actual vanity and we match it into our seat and our threshold into the shower. This is all 10 mil glass that goes here, and there'll be a door. We've got a bit of a multitude of colors in here. It's actually called alabaster, which has a few different shades, but we actually mixed in some green and some charcoal. So this is already, they've come out and measured, so they'll be putting the doors in probably in about a week and a half. So now over here, I talked to you guys about what we do with our tile. Because this is now code in here where we have to have tile behind the tub. This is a small area, so I made the decision, let's just tile the whole area. So we had a piece of granite here, but I didn't like that it was covering these electrical outlets, and it would look a little bit too big. So we decided, let's do tile, and then we matched the tile height all the way around here. So in essence, we only need to have tile on this wall because the tub sits here, but we did the whole thing. And again, I talked to you about the casings. If these were MDF with this big tub of water sitting here, you would always end up with some water onto that MDF off of the sill. And that would swell, and in a very short time, your casings wouldn't look great. So anyways, we've fixed that. Yeah, we fixed it. We've just always done it so that it's a better idea. So here it is. The closet's in here. We'll do a better video with all this stuff when all our lighting's in too. So anyways, that's it here today in Strathmore, in Lakewood. Thank you.